Welcome to our Junior Olympiad series. Let us explore the possibilities and give the gift of education. My grade 6 student, Shravan, wants to learn new concepts, and that too in different ways and in different contexts. Isn't that interesting? We need to promote their confidence and build social economical skills. Get ready for future and be like Shravan, way ahead of competition. In this video, we'll explore Egyptian fractions. They're very interesting. The numerator is 1. Let us explore Egyptian fractions with Shravan. Hi Shravan, how are you doing?
Hi, sir. I'm doing good, sir.
So, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Shravan from class 6.
Mhm.
Uh, I've been learning from, to learn more than one concepts and to learn, of course, more than one concepts but I need one concept to be taught in different ways
One concept in
and
different ways, yes.
to implement those in more different ways
More different ways. Which city do you
so that,
belong to?
I can figure the quickest point of time.
Correct. So, which city do you belong to?
I belong to Chennai and I live in Tamil Nadu.
Good. Okay. So, you want to learn new things, you want to see how these things are connected, and you also want to know different ways of using the same thing, correct? That's a
Yeah.
brilliant idea, and I'm really very glad to teach you. Every week, we learn new concepts, and today, what do you want to learn? Choose your topic.
Mm, it might be any topic.
Yes, choose your topic.
Topic choosing is the hardest.
Yes, it is. Why don't you select
Can you give me can you give me some random topics which are most interesting?
Okay, for grade 6 students, I think many grade 6 students they struggle with fractions. How about working with fractions today?
Sure, I'd like it.
Okay, good. So we will work on fractions and I'll give you a twist on fractions, and that is what I call Egyptian fractions, right? So Egyptian fractions make it very interesting. So my today's topic will be Egyptian fractions, and we will see how they are related to you and how we can write all the fractions in terms of Egyptian fractions. Okay. Now, Egyptian fractions are also called unit fractions. Okay. So let me just
Yeah.
check few concepts about fractions, and then we'll begin from there. So let me first share the whiteboard and then see from where to begin. Okay. So now tell me
Okay.
one thing. Tell me about fractions. What is a fraction? Tell me.
It's very simple, but
Yeah.
just answer it first. Fractions is something divided by something.
Something divided by
A number
something.
divided by number.
Number divided by number. Yes, yes, yes. So you have a number divided by another number. That is perfectly uh, correct. So that is what a fraction is. It is also treated as part of whole, right?
Yeah, part of a whole number.
Right. And
And
sometimes, yeah.
yeah, and most basic thing of fraction is that proper fractions are below one
Okay. So you're
and like
talking
zero
about,
are like 0 point
yeah, you're
and
talking about proper and proper fractions. You are talking about improper fractions, that means.
yeah,
Okay. And also, with this, we come to mixed numbers, right?
yeah, yes sir.
Yeah. So, yes, you have a fairly good idea about fractions. Now, Do you know how to simplify fractions?
Yeah, very easy. Fifth standard maths. I think I learned it in fifth standard, so I can do it.
You can do it. So let's take some examples, okay? So if I have 12 over 20, can you simplify this?
Sure.
Yeah, tell me, what is the result? Okay.
Or you can just mind calculate it and just tell it that 12, 6, like 10, like that.
So, yes. So
I'm just
basically,
writing
again,
now.
oh, good job. So you got the answer, which is perfect, which is 3 over 5, right? So you know how to simplify the fractions. That is exactly what you have to do. Good job. Now, let me just clear this and let's
Thank you.
say, how do you add fractions? Let us say if I have 1 over 2 plus 2 over 3, what will I get? Tell me. How will you add this one?
Pretty simple.
Tell me.
We just need to use LCM HCF. You need to be strong in LCM
LCM
HCF.
method. Okay.
You don't need to do it because it's just 2, 1, 3.
Yeah.
It's very easy. So you can
Uh,
just start and
Nothing
automatically say
common.
that LCM.
LCM is 6. So you are saying that the LCM is 6, right? Then what do you do?
Yeah. So with 1 by 2, I multiply it
Yes.
with 3 by 6.
Yeah.
Very equivalent.
Yeah.
2 by 3.
Hmm.
3.
Hmm. Perfect. Why did you multiply by 3? You should multiply 2 by 3 by 2, right? Because you need common denominator as 6, correct?
Oh, sorry. This
Yeah, yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Lack of
I
concentration.
know, I know. Correct. So 4 over 6, right?
Yeah.
So your first step was what you wrote is with common denominator of 6, right? So you want to make same common denominator as the LCM. And to do so, you multiplied the first term by 3 and the second term by 2, right? So we get
Yeah.
3 plus 2 times 2 as 4, and we have 4 plus 3 as 7. And so you get 7 over 6, right? Now 7 over 6 is what kind of a fraction?
Yes,
Improper,
sir.
right? Because the numerator is of higher number than the denominator. Can you write this as a mixed number? So we have 7 over 6. Can you write this as a mixed number? How will you do that? You can erase your part and then you can write and tell me.
It's just simple. 6. You just need to check how much times will it multiply.
Yeah,
So it's just 6 ones are 6. And you when you also subtract it, you get 1. And you just put the denominator.
perfect. So you want to write this as 1 out of 6. That is perfectly fine. So we
1, 1
have
by
our
6.
answer, right? Now what we are going to do is how do we model this situation? So let's move on to the next page and learn how do we model this situation. You understand? So what were we working with?
Yeah.
Our question was half plus what was it? 2 over 3, right? And
Yeah.
we did this 6 as common denominator, and so we get 3 plus 4, which is 7 over 6, and we wrote this as 1 over 6. Correct. Now, it is important to understand how do we model this particular addition. So half really means that if I take one piece like this, then let us take two equal pieces. In that case, let's say this is for the second fraction, right? Okay. Now, what are we doing? In the first case, we are dividing into two portions and taking half of it, right? In the second case, we are dividing into three portions and taking 2 out of 3. Is that okay?
Yeah.
That is what we do. Now, you see, both these things are kind of different in a way that the part has not been divided into equal parts in both. So to get them equal, you figured out that 6 was kind of equal. So we did three of each type. So now if I divide further into 3 of this, so it becomes out of 6. And there are already 3. So I'll do half of these, right? So we now have 6 parts in each. So this represents half, which is 1, 2, 3 out of 6, correct? And this
Yeah.
represents 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6. Do you see how we have modeled the situation? Correct?
Yeah.
And now, obviously, we could add this up and get 7 out of 6. But now, you have to explain me how do I get from here 1 whole and 1 out of 6? So what I'm doing here, once again, I'm drawing these blocks. And each block, I'm dividing into 6 equal parts. So first I'm doing, let's say, 3. And then think about them as equal parts. Is it okay? So we're doing
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and then this, right? Now we have to add 3 by 6 and 4 by 6. So if I color this 3 first, right? 3 means taking these 3, right? So that is 3 by 6, correct?
Yeah.
And now we have to color 4. So we have only 3 here. Do you see that? We have only 3 here, right? So to
Yeah.
color the fourth one, I have to engage the next one. Do you see that? So you see, we have 1 whole and we have 1 out of 6. That explains the mixed number. You get the idea? How we have related
Yes,
your
sir.
addition into a model. And from the model, we have got a result. Do you see that part? So we have 1
Yeah.
whole plus 1 over 6 as a mixed number, which is representative of 7 over 6, correct? So this is the basic foundation of fractions which you know about. And now let's talk about unit fractions, okay? Is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, unit fraction, when I say, it means now the numerator is 1 and denominator is a number. So when I say a unit fraction, I'll write like this: 1 over n. So now our working with fraction will change absolutely. We will have 1 on the top. So we have a common numerator, which is 1. Till now, when you were working with common denominator, right? Now we are
This
going
is
to
why
work.
it gets interesting.
Yeah, this is where it
This is
becomes
why.
interesting. So we just flip the fractions, the way we look at it. We had been looking at it from common denominator point of view, and today we are going to look at it from common numerator point of view. So let's get started with, let us say, let me make a circle to begin with. Circle is 1 whole, right? Circle is 1 whole. So let's say this is my 1 whole. Now this, I could divide it equal parts. For example, let me cut this into 4 equal parts. Fine. So in that case, can you tell me how much is this part? How much is this?
104. Water.
1 by 4. 1 out of 4. Very good. Now, let us look into the second piece, which is, let me color it in this fashion. The blue one. So how much is the blue part?
Mm, just obvious. 2/4.
2 out of 4, but 2 out of 4 can also be written as half. Do you see that?
Yeah. Equivalent fractions.
Equivalent fractions. Good job. So 2 out of 4 can be written as half. And now tell me, what is the combination of the green and the blue part? That is, if I add these two, what do I get? If I
1 3 by
add
4.
3 by 4, you are right. So what we get here is 3 by 4. Now, can I write 3 by 4 as combination of unit fractions? Do you see the unit fractions? 3 by 4 is
Yeah.
combination of 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So what I've done in this exercise, I have written a fraction in terms of combination of unit fractions. Do you see that?
Yeah. Unit
What we
fractions.
did. So
I see
what
that.
we did was fraction equals to sum of unit fractions. Do you see the beauty? How we could converted this fraction, which is 3 by 4, in terms of unit fractions, correct?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
let's take to next level. These unit fractions, let's talk about it more, right? Are also called Egyptian fractions.
This is where it gets more advanced and interesting.
Yes.
Advanced.
And our today's exercise is to understand how to write each and every fraction as a combination of unit fraction. Does that sound good, right? So the question here is,
Yeah.
I should say the question is, how to write any fraction as sum of unit fractions. Sounds interesting? So we mean the
Yes, sir.
numerator is 1. For each. So we have made the numerator as 1. 1 out of this, 1 out of this, 1 out of this. When you add that up, you get another fraction. Just as we did one,
Yes, sir.
which is just now we did. And that was, we figured out what is 3 by 4 equals to, right? 3 by
Yeah.
4 is half plus 1 by 4, correct?
Yeah.
In the next lesson, we will further explore Egyptian fractions. Thank you.